is a Bramble Jam podcast. Well, hi! Hey. Hi there, everybody. It's another Friday.
Oh, my
Another
goodness.
DCOM Descendants. Bran,
Yeah.
Aaron, Dan, we're back for another one.
Yeah, we are. Nowhere else I'd rather be, Bran.
Nowhere else.
Definitely not our second one today, I can tell you that.
I'm not wearing the same shirt as last Friday. It's
Oh.
fine.
Nor am
We
I.
just have a motif here in the office.
That's right. Hey, guys. I just want to say really quickly.
You want to say it quickly?
I want to say it really quickly. What is this?
Oh, my gosh.
Dan, can you tell him? Can you give people the rundown?
Every, 6 to 8 weeks, Bran starts a podcast and just decides he doesn't know what he wants to say. He just knows he doesn't want to say the same thing.
That's right.
And so he just jumps out there.
What
and
is
words,
this?
DCOM Descendants is a Bramble Jam podcast. It's recorded in, that Greenville, South Carolina.
But what do we do?
But which
And we
Greenville?
watch every Disney Channel original movie in order, unlike the other guys, in order. And you two are supposedly experts
We are.
in the field of DCOMs, even though sometimes you haven't seen them. And I've never seen any of them. And then we try to figure out where they stand in the pantheon
I've
of the
seen all
DCOM
the good
universe.
ones. I haven't seen the scary ones.
All right. Well, how do you know they're good or not if you've not seen them?
You want to? How do you think I'd be as a coworker and a human being if I watched Can of Worms at 9 years old?
Oh, you'd be a different. Well, you
Yeah,
never
it
got
would
the,
affect
you would
you.
have got the job. You would have got the. You wouldn't have
So
applied.
I think 9-year-old me made a good call.
All right.
We want to, of course, thank the folks that have left reviews.
Shout
We're
outs.
making our way to 100. We're getting there. I got one from Randy B,
Randy B.
82, that says best DCOM reviews.
Ooh.
We did
Us?
I'm not even. We didn't say
Little
it.
old us?
We didn't say
do
it.
it.
That's Randy B.
It's Randy B.
Randy B knows
Randy
the
B.
DCOM.
I mean, that's egregious. It wasn't the last name. Wasn't even. It was one letter.
I liked it.
It wasn't. It
B.
wasn't a
Deserved it.
name. It wasn't 2 syllables.
Randy B.
He
It
deserved
was.
it. He deserved it.
That's a lot. Randy, you got
I-
more than you should have.
I love watching
Nope.
the guys and Aaron review DCOMs. They
guys are-
never fail to make me laugh.
You're not
I
one of
was-
the guys still.
I was 17.
You'll get there one day.
I was 17 in
Yep.
1999, and my sister was
Ooh.
3. So I can relate to Dan, and my sister relates to Brandon Aaron. It relates to you in that, both you and Randy are old. And,
Nice, nicely done. I was 16 in 99, so Randy, I get it, and
Yeah.
we're not old.
I
We're
couldn't.
geriatric millennials.
But
I mean, it
Randy
is what it
does
is.
say I couldn't get cable, but Disney was channel 290 on DirecTV.
Yeah,
so.
we weren't allowed to have cable for sure.
you
Randy
go.
B.
Top
Thank you,
notch
Randy
review,
B.
Randy.
And I'm gonna go check out all the other DCOM podcasts and see if Randy's
There are
left other
other ones.
reviews.
There are
A few.
But we're the best.
That per Randy.
Per Randy B.
Yeah.
We're not trying to start a pod
We're gonna take that review, Randy B, and we're gonna make it into a T-shirt. It just says "Best DCOM Review Podcast" in quotes from Randy B.
from Randy B.
82.
82.
Sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, well-
Speaking of hotcakes, it's time for Delicious. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad because
wasn't bad.
there's a ice cream cake in front of me and I was watching it melt and it was driving me bonkers.
Hot cake.
Let's get to the Delicious segment. For those of you at home that would like to partake in maybe eating something related to the movie,
Kind of.
Aaron.
Maybe a little bit.
No one does it better than
Very
Aaron.
related.
Yes.
No one does it better
Aaron
than
has
Aaron.
one job and it's to make this as strong
I gotta
a
be honest,
connection.
Aaron. A little disappointed that for 3 weeks in a row you didn't bring in monster cookies, but I do see something really
She's
wonderful.
waiting for luck of the Irish.
That's
So
right.
it's
It's gonna
No,
be great.
I know what that treat is. You
You
just
guys are-
It's a
wait.
Shamrock Shake from McDonald's.
If they
God
even
bless. Aaron, what do we got today?
So
You're just getting the
I
mic.
know,
The cord
I know,
is just
I know.
just
Oh, it's-
getting the business right now.
He wanted to celebrate too.
Let's get into business.
I don't know if that's how you would say that.
No, I
This
said-
week, a big part of this movie is that our lead character, whose name I can't remember, what was it?
Scott.
Scotty.
It was just Scott.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at one point they call him a nickname, and I thought that was his real name, and I got real confused. Anyway, the big point is his 14th birthday.
Happy birthday, Scotty.
You know how on your 14th birthday, that is when
Scotty.
you get your superhero powers.
one.
11 is when you become a wizard. 13 is when you become a mermaid. 14, superhero.
Yes.
So in honor of Scott's 14th birthday,
Happy birthday,
we
Scotty.
have birthday cake.
Yeah,
And since I got to choose the birthday cake, it is an ice cream cake.
it's the right choice.
So this is just store-bought, or did you buy it? Or did you make it?
It was
You said-
handmade at Carvel.
You said store-bought brand.
Yep.
Like you were a 1950s husband who came home after a long day of work to take out. That is how you said that. So this is store-bought, Aaron. Really
Yeah.
fascinating. This is delicious. I mean, really good.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, to make a whole cake, to have you take 2 bites of it and tell me it's not good, it's just a lot of my time. And then I go home and cry.
I have
I'm nothing if not honest. This is
So,
delicious.
yeah,
I can
Carvel.
tell you didn't make it. Oh, sorry.
It was right there.
I have a hard
There's nothing I could do.
I have a hard time with ice cream cake because I have sensitive teeth, and so the contrast of the really cold ice cream with normal makes it a hard
If
experience
you wait
for
a few
me.
minutes,
You
it'll
want
be
to
a
slide
hot
it on
cake.
down? I can help you out.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to eat anymore because I've got a show to do.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't.
I mean, less.
Mister, I've got a show to do.
You guys unmistakably have less
They
of a
make the
show.
behind the music of this podcast.
Yeah.
All of the turmoil of you thinking you are the big dog, the host of this show. Unbelievable.
I wouldn't say I'm the big. I would say it's Aaron and I, and then you. I think that's pretty clear.
Okay. All right.
According to the reviews.
That other guy.
That
is
other
just
guy.
There.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna break down
Should we put that on a shirt?
up. Yes.
That other guy is just there.
Up, and away. On the other side of the break
said
here
I wanna
on
make a cake.
Decom Descendants.
Decom Descendants.
Become descendants. Take the hallmark.
Did it. All 3 of us before the break.
Like riding a bike.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking up, and away today.
Up, and away.
Today, hear me say, what am I doing on this day? We're talking up, and away.
Did you rhyme day
Up,
with day?
up, and away. It's up, and away. What are we going to do today? I'm going to say what we're going to do on this day. Up, and away.
All right.
Up, and away originally
Become
premiered.
Descendants is a Bramble Jam podcast. It's produced by Brandon Gray.
I'm going to put that on
He
a
thinks
shirt.
he's the head dog.
It is
January.
not produced by Aaron Shea at all. Email brand@deckthehallmark.com.
More than fair. January 22nd, 2000.
Woo, 2000.
We are in the year 2000. And this is the first 2000 movie for the DCOM.
We did it.
Starring and directed by Robert Townsend.
All right. Okay.
Double dip that fella. Are you kidding me?
And while we're talking about him, IMDb told me that he directed another superhero movie where he played a superhero.
Wow.
And his mom
It's called
in
the
that
X-Men.
It wasn't.
If you've ever known.
but his mom in that movie was the mom from the Jeffersons.
Wow.
And
Wow.
his dad in this movie is the dad from the Jeffersons.
A lot of tie-in
So,
there. A lot of tie-in.
That's just what you do is when you're fans of somebody and you want to hang out with them, you write a movie.
Let's be fans of each other.
Let's be fans of each other. That's exactly right, Dano. We are at the headquarters of something called Earth Protectors.
And we all know what that is.
Well, and yeah, I would say going into this movie, knowing that it's some sort of superhero-related movie, it had been a while, Aaron, and I couldn't really remember the plots. I assumed that the Earth Protectors were the superheroes, and I was like, "Oh, we're getting
I
right
will
into
agree
the
with you there.
getting right into the superhero
in the
business."
first moments, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is like the Justice League.
Right.
They are the
For
Earth Protectors."
A movie that's 78 minutes long, including credits. They do a great job of it does seem like this could be the good guys or the bad guys. It isn't a classic, like, we know what's going on. And also it gets right to it, which
Right.
DCOMs don't necessarily do.
We
Yeah,
meet.
it opens with the plot.
Yes, it does. We meet the 2 Earth Protectors, Malcolm and Nina. They are excited because they believe that they are ready to launch the Earth Protector program. More on that in
They're
just a
gonna
little
save
bit.
the planet.
We then meet a loving family, the Marshall family. Marshall Mathers, etc. Scott
She
Marshall.
was in this movie.
Scott Marshall. I mean, I thought we did a
be the
little.
bad guy,
We did a
though.
little Eminem earlier with the song. I felt like that was pretty hip hop. Scott Marshall. Scott Marshall
So freaking cool.
I've said it
is.
for years. No one gets hip hop like Brent.
Brandon's so cool.
He is the head honcho
So
of this
cool.
podcast. If you didn't
Yeah.
know.
Thank you.
No one's cooler.
No one's cooler. Thank you. We meet Scott Marshall. He is 4 days away from his 14th birthday.
You'd think he'd be excited, but he's not.
You'd think so. Scott's friend Randy brings zucchini bread wrapped in aluminum foil into the house, and they all act really weird about it.
They freeze. They won't get near it.
And he's like, "Whoa, guys, this is weird." When Scott and Randy walk outside, he's like, "Man, your family's really weird." And he's like, "They just really don't like zucchini." Which, even if that is the case, really weird way to respond to somebody who's bringing you zucchini bread. But whatever. Scott and Randy, they get to school.
I mean, we didn't even react that way when Brian brought us zucchini bread.
That's true.
yeah, yeah. Or
And
when
that
Brian,
zucchini bread, though.
yeah.
We tried it.
Not great.
When Scott and Randy,
Stop sneaking vegetables into bread.
Yeah,
Don't
stop
do
it.
yeah,
Bread's fine on its own.
I do like banana bread though.
That's different. That's a.
Barely. It's not a
fruit.
vegetable.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying.
I mean, I don't even like carrot cake with the shredded carrot in it. Just leave it out. Just give me the spice.
yeah, I don't want corn. I don't want corn in my cornbread.
Yeah.
I
No,
want it to
of
be.
course not.
Doing
It's a
it.
cake.
Yeah.
It's a delectable yummies.
corn flavored bread.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I
Barely
need.
even. Also.
Yeah.
A lot of
Be
butter and
honest.
sugar.
Stop
Yeah.
sneaking vegetables into things.
Yeah, we don't need it. When Scott and Randy go to school, they are very excited that a group called the Earth Protectors.
Yeah. Saving the world.
Doing it.
I think Disney might flag this because we took that clip from the movie of the kids being so excited.
I was doing my
jacked.
best Randy impression.
Randy is pumped
He is.
about the Earth Protectors,
Yeah.
that they
Who
are there
wouldn't be, though?
to do some sort of demonstration where they all hand out they all hand out CD-ROMs to give to kids, and they all give out CD-ROMs to give to kids. And what is this CD-ROM? What's the point of it? More on that soon. But just know that all of these kids are really excited about the CD-ROMs.
I'm pumped.
I know
about
that
the
you are.
CD-ROM.
I know that you are. And so basically, the whole point of the CD-ROMs is it's going to teach them about environmental safety. And the kids are excited about the environmental safety.
Yeah,
Who
they're
wouldn't?
gonna learn how to
wouldn't be,
compost.
you know?
They're gonna learn
It's
how to
unbelievable.
recycle.
So after Malcolm is done, he gets back into an unmarked vehicle, and actually
As
it is
any
marked.
good
but
guest lecturer at a school
Well,
does.
my favorite part was that they're like, he is the CEO of Earth Protectors, and then we zoom over to him, and he is in like a t-shirt. He's wearing sandals, just like, yeah, we're
he
gonna recycle.
he wears those like flame button ups with the flames down towards the bottom of the shirt.
It's a
just
Guy
lot of
Fieri
fun. Yeah, it's
situation.
great.
Yes,
it's wonderful
for sure.
And he keeps doing this thing. He's like, make sure you recycle that, man.
right.
Hey, man, that would really make me happy if
but
you
as
recycled
he
it.
gets to the unmarked
And
van,
this is when you think this guy
flicks
maybe
that trash on the
maybe-
grass, ominous music starts to play.
Maybe he's not the good guy.
maybe Malcolm's not.
Earth protectors aren't about protecting the earth.
That's exactly right.
Amen.
So they
I mean,
decide.
the
In the spirit of the resurrection.
Amen.
They decide now that their program is out there, they could use. Liz, we're going to take over the world. We do need to get a little extra funding.
Yeah,
So they
saving
yeah.
the planet costs money.
it costs money. It's
It
a
ain't
necessary
free.
evil. It's a
Yeah.
necessary evil.
How are we going to pay for it?
Well, they go into a bank and they run the Earth Protectors program on the bank computer, which hypnotizes
The tellers.
all of the tellers, and they start handing over money. And it is all going good until one of the baddies sneezes, which causes the hypnosis
break in
to
the
break.
force.
That's exactly right. And they're like, what are you doing? That is when they call for backup. The bank tellers are like, we need the police. No.
Nah.
We need some superheroes.
Super Squad. I don't know their name.
And so Scott is in the car with his buddies. His dad is driving the van. His dad,
Soccer. That's right.
His dad gets a little beep on his beeper, and he's like, "Uh-oh, I gotta drop
bounce.
you guys here off on the corner.
I'm just gonna leave you on the corner.
Which is not a corner; it's just a curb.
You guys got it here. You guys got it from
He
here.
just drops 3 unaccompanied minors off and says, "I got to bounce, guys. There's nothing I can do."
That's exactly right. So he, Scott's like, "Hey, Dad, is everything okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I just gotta go." And he's like, "Okay." And then he takes off of his clothes. It's all above board because he has.
You just see the clothes piling up in the.
He
in
has
the woods.
superhero clothes underneath his work clothes.
I mean, as all good
we all
superheroes
do.
I mean,
exactly
Superman did. He went to work every day, and it was
Right.
just underneath.
right. So
Just in case.
Yeah.
he shows up at the bank.
I just realized my shirt was pretty on par for this.
It was.
I only
for
wore it
you.
because it's also World Autism Day, so
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
But-
nice.
also superheroes. Look at
Um,
me. So on theme. I thought about this ahead of time.
Nailed it. It really also, you were explaining how it worked in with horse sense because you wore it last week.
You were,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
horse sense. There's a lot in common there.
Well, I mean, save the ranch, save the world. That's basically a superhero.
That's true. There you go.
And Joey Lawrence's arms.
The missing piece of the puzzle is aunt nephew romance.
So Scott's parents.
Do you think she'll be in the sequel?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Man, maybe that's
She didn't
what we
look too
find.
bad herself. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if she was Joey Lawrence level hot, but for a mom, I mean, good God. It's last week. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bray, whenever you're ready.
Sorry, we're
Scott's
we're
parents.
bringing you down.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay. No.
Take
Someone's
the
gotta-
reins, head honcho.
Yeah. So Scott's parents, Jim and Judy.
Jim and Judy. Jim and Jim Judy.
Weird.
I realized
Yeah.
I said it too soon.
And they crush it. They save the day, and they're not even actually trying. They're kind of having a bit of an
Oh,
argument
yeah.
themselves,
Yeah.
and they're just like, whatever, no big
It's
deal.
very Incredibles.
Yeah.
It's very just like
Right.
classic run-of-the-mill family as superheroes.
But Malcolm clearly got away. Malcolm's nowhere to
Yeah.
be found. And the marshals are really confused about what happened at the bank because none of the tellers can recall anything. They just remember being like, hey, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on here? So Nina, who is Malcolm's number 2, obviously, they work together to building the Earth Protector program.
Nina thinks she's number one.
She
Nina,
does, and
yeah.
she is, really.
Nina
Because
Almost
thinks a
like
lot
Bran
of things.
thinks she's-
Yeah, very. Nina and Bran have a lot of similarities when we start to
yeah,
really
we're
get down
both
to
the
it.
good guys working with the bad guy.
They think they have a grasp on what's going on, and just not a clue.
So Nina still thinks that the Earth Protectors are doing good. You know, they're ultimately the plan is to hypnotize everybody into taking care of the Earth, which is like, you know,
Which, I mean, we're not doing it on our own. So
No,
right.
Yeah,
I
gonna
get
need
how
some
Nina
help.
got there.
A lot of
Yeah.
people might think this is bad, but in 10 years from now, you'd be thankful. You'd be thankful
Yeah.
that you were hypnotized and that you were saving the Earth,
mean,
because at
24
least you still
I
have an
don't know.
Earth.
24
At
years
least you
later,
still
we're
have an Earth,
still
Dan.
not doing
No,
it.
no, so you're saying that this is a logical fallacy. Your 2 options are hypnotize and we have an Earth, not hypnotize, we don't have an Earth. And there's probably a lot of middle ground there, right?
Well, we've been trusting the middle ground for a long time now, Dan, and we haven't been doing anything.
I'm just saying.
So
it's
if
like there's people that like hot weather that go, would you rather be frozen and dead or sipping a margarita by a pool?
but
Those
you
are not
but
the
you
only
can
2
see
options.
how she got there, right?
I can see that if you were
and this was
extreme in your beliefs about this, how
and this
you
is
got
the
there.
year 2000.
That's right.
Now in 2024, like we have
We
scientists
didn't
saying,
even
"Hey,
know
we don't."
there were inconvenient truths at this point.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have that. And so, like now, like what scientists are saying about the state of the Earth now,
not great.
yeah, you gotta do the hypnotize.
You got. I think
If
there's.
we had done it 24 years ago,
We
That's
wouldn't-
exactly
we
right.
wouldn't
We
be talking
wouldn't be
about it.
here.
we would
No.
be in great shape.
no one's arguing the results, Brandon. The method's still a little.
Well, if the results are good, then why does it matter?
Oh, really?
I'm just asking.
You're a pragmatist. It doesn't matter what happens as long as the results are good.
I mean, if the
Orlando
soul use-
Magic win an NBA championship, 3 people have to die.
no,
You're out on that?
I'm out. The sole purpose of this is just taking care of the environment.
At all costs.
What does that mean?
At any cost.
What are any negatives of taking care of the Earth?
You literally took away people's ability to
To
function.
litter. Yeah.
to
Oh,
do
no.
anything. They don't remember any of it.
It's
You
just
took
in
away
regards
their
to
autonomy. You're okay with taking away people's
no,
autonomy?
because no, be careful here.
you're
All I'm saying
you're
is the people-
pro-life, not pro-choice.
The people-
is what you're saying.
In regards to the
Is your-
environment, maybe I am.
You're an enviro pro-lifer.
I am an enviro pro
You
lifer.
heard it here first. Brand values doing whatever it takes
Yeah, that's right.
to save the planet.
That's exactly right. I'll say it. I'll say it. What are
He
the
is
downsides?
against bodily autonomy.
Well, we have tried everything else. We saved the cheerleader.
Aaron's
Did not
with me.
save the
Aaron
world.
is a
You're
Aaron's
also
pro-life.
against bodily autonomy.
No, I'm not. But I just see how he got there. Is we were promised save the cheerleader, save the world.
That's right.
That
We didn't
work.
save
We
the
didn't.
world.
This was before then, though.
Well, we tried this. It didn't work. We tried
And
that.
here we are trying to save a cheerleader.
But here's the thing: is they
Maybe
are.
saving the world is just impossible.
But think about this, Dan. Like they are hypnotized to wear blue, but they're still able to live. They're just not aware of the thing. So it's not
We'll let
like
them do some stuff.
yes,
We just won't let them do
we
other
won't
stuff.
let them litter. We'll get rid of gas.
I think the wearing blue was just to see if it worked.
right, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's
Brand-
not like they don't
And
have a
you
life.
went to high school,
you know?
Brett Kavanaugh, right?
Yeah, it's not like you don't have a life. Yeah, I was at the
You
party.
signed his yearbook,
It's
right?
not.
You signed
yeah,
it.
I did.
Okay.
It's not like they don't remember anything.
My name is Aaron, and I do not co-sign on anything that is being said around me right now.
Just saying.
And
I'm just saying.
literally stuck here in the middle.
If someone can give me one negative to saving the earth, then I'll stand down. If one person can give me one negative to this whole thing not ending due to our just blind love of littering, then I'll stand
The
down.
thing you should do is keep getting louder and more animated.
I'll stand down.
Yeah, and if this
Dan,
hot
do
take-
it.
if this hot
One downside to saving the earth.
You've created
One downside.
And that
You
was
can't keep
Brandon
created
saying.
a straw man.
You can't keep
Brandon
saying
Gray,
things. You
he
got
is in
nothing.
charge of this podcast.
That's right. It's
Everything
produced
he
by
said-
Brandon Gray.
Well, I want to know. I want you to know that these folks here
I
don't
can't
care
get in
about the
trouble for
planet.
this.
They don't care about the planet. I'm muting. See, you're muted. I want you to know I tried. I tried my best. There's nothing we could do. You guys ready to behave yourselves?
Brand doesn't care about bodily
Excuse you, I
autonomy.
feel like I've been very well behaved.
So,
He doesn't care about you or the choices that you make. Brand thinks he's in charge.
in
I
regards
wore
to
blue. I wore blue.
in regards to you, did.
Brand made me change shirts in the middle of this episode.
Yeah. Because the other shirt was made of stuff that's going to kill the planet.
What does your new shirt say?
It says Happy Dingus Day.
Happy Dingus Day. Late.
Lord's greatest holiday.
Great. Look at this.
What's on it?
Look at
It's like the symbol of Dingus Day.
It's the dingus? I don't know.
I don't know. Just in all the posts I was seeing, that symbol was in them. So it's
all of them.
all of them. I don't know.
Is Dingus Day a cult?
I don't know, but we're in. We're in.
Dingus Day somewhere. So
We're
Scott,
the best decom review podcast.
we are. That's what it said.
Okay, all right.
So Scott begins to feel like his family's embarrassed by him
Just the
because we
national emblem of Poland, maybe.
Yeah, Randy B hasn't listened to this episode yet. I think that's the problem.
we find out that Scott, when he turns 14, if he doesn't have powers,
Then he'll never have
Then
them.
he'll never have them. And so he's got 4 days. The clock is ticking, and he begins to feel like his
He's got
family.
okay, the clock is ticking. I thought you said he's got 4 days to clock his ticket, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. The clock is
Okay.
ticking.
All
Guy,
right.
The clock is ticket.
You got 4 days to clock your ticket, young man.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So he begins to feel like his family's embarrassed by him because he doesn't have any powers, not even a hint of them.
Well, it's not all on him. He overhears his parents say that they're upset.
But his
He
his younger sister, Jack
Yeah.
Jack, has eyes that can burn through things.
and
His
she
older
got-
brother's
she
the
got-
Flash.
His youngest sister. I don't know why I said it like
He
that.
has multiple sisters?
No, his younger sister
His youngest?
was boiling water too. Like
Yeah.
she's had powers forever, and he's just over here. He has
Trying to
nothing.
clock
So
his
he
ticket.
decides, now's the time to clock my ticket. I am going to make it look like I have super strength by taking the hinges off the door, and then when I open it, I'll pull the door off, and it'll look like
Which, to be fair, he still yanks that door and chucks it. And he's 13 years old. And he throws throws a door.
Yeah, he also replaced it with an inflatable door. You don't know that. You don't know that, but it's really
Go
it's,
try throwing a door sometime. It doesn't
with
go like
with
that.
With one arm.
With one arm.
Yeah. Hinges or
Are
not.
we using that door for anything?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, go chuck
some
it.
doors are a little bit more important than others. Am I right, Aaron?
That door doesn't seem important.
Yeah, that one's not important.
Yeah.
That one.
I mean, really, either of them.
Yeah.
Any door
Those
is
are
not.
fun.
Doors are optional. When a door's closed, it's optional.
There's a few
I mean,
doors
we
out
do
there.
need that door.
Yeah.
That door is important.
Yes. So he's like, this is great. My
Tune
family's
back next week. We're gonna rate the doors in the office.
Yeah.
That's right.
My family's totally buying this. They think that I have super strength. And then they're having dinner and they're like, hey, I bet you could fly now. Now that you have the super strength, I bet you could fly. Why don't you go give it a shot?
How's
And
he going to
he's
get
like,
around this one?
Well, the family challenges him to do it, and then they still
Yeah.
they
Sit
still
at
have
the table.
They still have dinner.
Nobody makes the move to get it from the table.
He
so
says, everybody close your eyes.
Everybody close your eyes. And so he goes upstairs, he grabs his soccer ball, he runs back downstairs, he says, up, it'll go, because that's what you say when you're
Yeah,
on a
up,
flight.
and away.
Up and away,
You say
which
up.
is the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And throws it up,
Soccer ball.
the soccer ball up into the air, and so that it kind of hits
creates a rustling.
a little rustling, so it sounds like he just, flew through some low branches.
At which point the parents hear this, like, he hit a tree.
He hit a
and
tree.
everyone runs
And
outside.
now we need to run out to see if our kid can fly.
That's exactly
He's
right.
never flown before. Are we going to go out and offer tips? Are we
Nah.
going to teach him anything?
Yeah, he's got it.
Are we
He's got
going
it.
to fly him up ourselves and let him go?
Maybe.
Not
Later.
yet.
Later.
No,
Wait
not
for
yet.
it.
We
Wait
are.
for it. Yeah.
And so then they're all looking up, like, where is he? And then he like makes a jumping sound behind them. And it's like, woo, what a fly! And they're like, you did it, amazing. This is
And
phenomenal.
they buy this.
Yes, they
Yeah.
100%
This family
buy
of
it.
superheroes buys it.
They're pumped. They love it.
Every
This is
single
amazing.
member of the family buys it?
Well, Grandpa's
Grandpa
onto him.
Sherman Hemsley, the venerable Sherman Hemsley, does not buy it.
Grandpa is like, I know what's going on here, but I'm sure you'll get. Basically, he agrees to keep the secret for now.
Yeah.
Sure, nothing. It's not going to have any negative result at all. Scott goes to do his homework, and the homework, as everyone knows, is the CD-ROM.
Put the CD-ROM in there.
in.
Yes.
You do that, and then it works on him. He shows up to school the next day, and the entire class is wearing the same color that Aaron is, and she thought about that.
Of course.
She's getting dressed
I
today.
did my homework
Well-
and I watched the DVD CD-ROM
Getting-
last night on my Mac.
Yes. Getting an entire middle school class to all do their homework.
Except for the one dingus who wore red.
There is one guy.
Happy Dingus Day.
That felt like it was towards you. There is one dingus who doesn't do it and is wearing red.
How dare you?
But it has nothing to do with you.
It
You're
doesn't.
doing your own thing.
That's right.
Yeah,
Do
the
my
fact
own
that you're
thing.
wearing a Dingus Day red shirt
Has
has
nothing to
nothing
do-
to do with the way I phrased that sentence.
Nothing.
But yeah, if
Your
if-
outfit, everything to do with this.
If you had a
episode.
class of-
Mine, nothing.
If you had a class of 20, Dan, and only one of them didn't do the homework, you'd be pumped. Like,
I'd be
but that's great.
In 20 middle schoolers,
Yeah, this is
19
amazing.
of them do the homework. That'd be amazing.
And it seems like it's school wide though.
Yeah.
This initiative,
That was
because
a question I had,
Right.
and then they immediately shoot to like the outside of the school, and everyone's in blue. So Disney heard
They
me.
all-
Disney answered.
and Malcolm is like, okay, now we know that it works. Now it's time to really begin
Let's have
to,
some fun.
to up it up a little bit, up and away, if you will.
And Nina's like, to learn composting? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's all about that.
Oh, poor sweet Nina.
Yeah. And Scott's brother comes to visit him at school, sees everybody is wearing blue, and he's like, that's weird. But what, you kids will be kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
We do find out because
Crazy shenanigans.
Randy throws a crumpled up piece of aluminum foil at Scott.
Mm-hmm.
His brother catches it so that it doesn't hit him, and we see his hand begin to there's like a green glow on it, which is to show obviously pain. We all know green glow on
Duh.
body equal pain. And so without that green glow, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't
wouldn't
know
know.
that it hurt.
No.
Is he acting? Is he trying to show us that it hurts? Yes, but without green glow,
Without green,
you
we would
don't-
just be in the dark.
Everyone knows the
Yeah.
saying, without green,
Green
glow,
glow, we
you
don't know pain.
pain. And they're still working on the
It's
saying.
a little bit, in development.
Yes,
They'll
in
get
development, from the saying people.
I mean, it's been 24 years, but it's still working on
They're
it.
still working
Without
on
green
it.
glow,
No.
you won't know.
They forgot
Pain.
about it. They're
Pain.
coming back.
Yeah. You think they could just drop the pain part and just you won't
Without
know?
green glow, you won't know.
But
But
then
I mean,
how would
then
they
you
know
could
what
get
they're
into,
talking about?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, you gotta add
No,
the
you gotta
pain
have
at the
pain
end.
in there.
So
That's what they've been trying to solve for a quarter of a century.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's, we can't
We'll
solve
get
that
there.
for them. So they get home, and Scott's dad is like, flying lesson number 2, my guy. Let's go for a fly.
Let's fly to soccer practice.
We'll fly to soccer practice. So
no one will see us coming or going.
Dad is doing his bud there a big service and is like, I'm going to hold you at first. You know, sometimes it's tough.
Yeah, the takeoff
Let's
is
get you
difficult.
up there. I'll get you high, kind of see how you're doing. So they're flying, and he's like, you're not going to let me go, are you? And Dad's like, not without a warning. And here's your warning. And then he lets him go.
He drops
and his dad watches his son fall
to the
his death.
To his death.
Roll the credits. That was up, and away.
And the lesson we learned was don't lie.
Can you
to
imagine
your
a
friends.
movie called Up and Away where the main character dies from falling down
down below.
down below? His dad goes
Down,
really
down to your
fast
death.
and saves them, and he's like, I've never seen powers go in and out like that. That's
Still doesn't get
it's
it.
really weird.
Bunch
But,
of dummy dums
you
in
know,
this
I'm
movie.
sure it's nothing.
Nina leading the pack.
It is time for a birthday party. 14 going on 40, and it is time for him to 14 birthday going on 40 people there. I don't know, maybe something like that.
And they're almost
They're
all
all
superheroes.
Are
Are they
big
his
super-
friends? No, just a superhero get together.
Yeah, you know, superheroes got to stick together.
Right.
Well, I mean, any other year he can invite his friends to his
Right.
party, but 14 is
They-
a big year.
Because
We
we
gotta
got to
do-
do all the superheroes to observe how he doesn't have any powers altogether.
They got to do the pledge of superhero.
Yes, that's right.
And he is about to say, hey, I can't do this. But then his dad's like, you got to do this. And he finally says, yes, I'm ready to be
yeah,
a
there's a
superhero.
pause, and the whole room is like, something is happening. And then he finally says, I do. And they're like, oh, phew.
Yeesh.
So
Close call.
at the same time, Malcolm, Nina, the gang, they are all at headquarters. And Malcolm has a buddy who's like kind of in the evil cahoots with.
In the evil
and they're
cahoots
always
with,
like
yes.
talking to each other like, man, Nina's so dumb, right? Like with this whole thing.
Yep.
Like she doesn't get it. So they come up with an idea because they need to try to figure out who the superheroes are so they can put they put an end to all this.
Put an end to all
Put
of
an end to all of this.
That's right.
And so then no one can hold them back, right?
Yeah.
And so they decide the best way is to blow up headquarters with Nina inside
of it, yes.
And then
It's
she
not
can.
headquarters. It is just an abandoned building.
Warehouse.
Oh, okay. It's not. So
Yes.
Because we are at headquarters later on.
Later
you're right.
on.
You're right.
You're
I didn't know if they moved
just
headquarters.
an
This
abandoned
town
warehouse.
has multiple warehouses.
Multiple warehouses
Warehouse
for.
if you so choose.
We're high.
However you choose to pluralize
However
that.
you warehouse.
However you warehouse, I hope you warehouse
We
with
are
us.
not judgmental here.
That's right.
Brand maybe.
Brand, yeah, of course he is.
But we
Well, it
would
depends.
never
Are you
judge.
a warehouse that's damaging the earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some things.
you
to
and Brett
say.
would throw back a couple of brewskis and make fun of warehouses.
I love how me being
Pro-environment.
like, pro-environment is somehow makes me Brett's best friend.
That's how we
Guy
got there.
who is definitely on board with global warming.
Another logical fallacy. It's not that you're pro. We're all pro-Earth around here. It's like
Are
saying
we?
you love the troops.
Are we?
It's because I love the troops. All of a sudden, I, don't want
never
to give any
once
money to.
said anything about the
You
troops.
didn't. I'm just making a comparison.
We also timed this episode to come out in April, the month of Earth Day,
Shout
which
out.
is April
14th.
21st.
22nd.
Oh, we're so close.
Man,
Dang
I
it.
wish this episode came. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up in just a couple weeks, a week and a half.
What are we
maybe?
doing for it, everybody?
Getting. I'm probably.
I mean, we're taking the day off, right?
burning it.
You know what we should do
Burning
is
it all
we
down.
should buy an electric car and then we return it. Get the credit. Give somebody else the car. Some Earth Day. Right
Should we
there.
buy it before April 15th?
Before,
Oh, but that
before
would be
tax
still.
day.
It's a fiscal year. I mean,
okay,
still,
okay,
you
okay.
know.
That's not how I understand it. So,
Become descendants, where we know taxes.
That's right.
I'm still like kind of foggy on why Nina agreed to be inside a building when it blows up, but nevertheless,
I
I
She
don't think
knew.
she knew.
you don't think she
I mean,
knew it was
she
gonna blow
dumb.
up?
She dumb
Shit.
about a lot of things.
I think they said, hey, we asked the superheroes to come here. When they do, you just got to slip this on him. And she's like, cool. I don't think she knew she'd be fighting for her life.
Yeah,
we
well,
will be blowing you up.
Yeah.
At a girl.
So they do blow it up. She's kind of
Thanks for taking one for the team.
She's-
Only female on the team.
standing in the middle of this warehouse.
No, I take it back. There is a couple other females.
Yeah, and we would never blow this building up with you in it.
No, it's not
We've
even
talked
been in the
about
plan.
it. It's never been Something we would
Wouldn't
even
be good for the earth, first of all.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Brian, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe if we were gonna, if we were, Brian, there are buildings on fire. We're not close.
Well, I mean, I'm the
Aaron's
only
in there.
diversity that this company has, so you got to keep me around for a
I
while.
don't think if you look at our 1099 file and all the hosts that we have on the podcast
of
network, that
them
is not
too.
correct.
I was just thinking about physically in the office.
Well, from a standpoint of paid, like the payroll, you're our only everything. So you're our only hire. So yes, we are 100%. In fact, we need to hire a man for some diversity if that's the case.
That's actually really true. That's a good point.
well, the company is 100% female employees.
That's right.
We did it.
We did it. That's right. You make on average more than all the men on the payroll.
That's true. So we're trailblazers.
We are.
Well,
Equal Rights Amendment. Who
Have
needs
we
it?
cured-
We did it here.
We've cured gender equality.
That's right.
So, all right. What are we
It
doing
took
here?
two
Cure
men.
gender inequality,
Yes.
right?
And now
we
we
didn't
have
cure gender equality.
We have gender equality.
We have gender equality because we cured
Aaron,
inequality.
you've always been saying it's going to take two men to cure
Two white dudes.
two white dudes to cure
We could get two white dudes involved
cure
in
this
this
issue.
Yeah. I mean, white dudes are having a moment right now. They've really been just
They've been down,
suffering
but
for a while, but they're having a
we're
comeback.
back, baby.
We're back and better than ever.
I
But
mean,
not better.
Yeah, I mean, we're finally out of Women's History Month. So just
This went forever. Oh no! I
You're not
said
helping your Brett Kavanaugh case there, buddy.
we agree on some things. So, where was I? The building
you were
explodes.
digging yourself a hole.
The building explodes, and all of the superheroes, with their various accessories, find out that there is a fire, and a woman is inside.
And they're all like, are there dogs on the grill over there? Or like they're all
They
just,
got, like, we got a party.
Before
Yeah.
we move on to just the absurdity of that,
Yeah.
I want to talk about the absurdity of superhero technology. There is one superhero who gets the beep beep that there is an alert, goes like this with her hands. A screen appears before her
That's right.
fingers. It gives her the alert and then also a GPS location of the accident.
1999, baby.
And
It's impressive.
my man, Scott's dad over here, has a beeper.
And he looks at the beeper, and it doesn't say numbers. It's like, oh, a woman's trapped in a building off 46 or whatever. Like, it's very specific.
So
Yeah.
I just want to know how we go from beeper to computer.
Well, they're all given the same info, just
Yeah.
in different ways.
In different ways.
In different ways.
But they all decide to have a full discussion about who
Yes.
should go.
And I don't remember who.
Is it you? Is it me?
I don't remember who
your
comes
turn?
up with this idea, but they say Scott should go. It's his birthday,
Yeah.
first day as a hero.
He's finally a superhero.
Yeah,
Get
this
on it,
will be
Scott.
Should
easy.
any of us go with him to help?
No, we'll watch
Nah.
on TV.
Nah, we'll all be here, the safest place on the planet.
It's like baby bird, just push him out of the nest.
That's right.
That's right.
He'll either fly or die.
And I'd never do that to a baby bird.
You know what? If your parents would have just thrown you in the swimming pool when you were a baby, that would have probably helped you a ton.
I don't know why you're bringing that. That felt mean-spirited. So he goes, he has to act like he's flying, and then he rides
I have
his
seen
bike.
Brandon in a pool. He does great.
Thank you.
As long as you
I
can stand and it's waist deep.
can swim now decently.
All right, well, done. I've not seen you in the deep end of my pool ever.
I have swim in the deep. That's not true at all.
No, I've not.
100%
seen you in the
I have.
No, I've seen you on the edge.
No.
Never seen you swim in the middle of
The
the
edge
deep
of
end.
glory.
I've
I'm
swam.
on the
I've swam
edge.
from one end of the deep to the next. Yes,
don't
I have.
remember it. All right.
I have.
We'll check
Just
it
because you
out.
don't remember doesn't mean
Yeah,
it didn't
that's
happen.
fair. That's fair.
I mean, it's a nice day out today. The pool's open.
Ooh, yeah, we could do that today.
My arm hurts a little bit. I gotta rest up.
From when I pushed you earlier.
yeah,
From last week when I pushed you, still
Little
hurt.
push.
It was a big push.
Sorry.
He shows up on his bike and he sneaks in there and he is trying to save this woman in the most logical way to do so, which
Which is to give the firemen a run around.
yes, to run around the firemen, go inside on ground level, and then say, "We've got to get out of this building." So they
Up there.
climb. They
Yeah.
climb some
Were
ladders.
you 2 feet from the door? Yes.
Yeah.
Should we go back
Yeah,
out that door?
there is light in that direction that
no,
I
we
came
should
in.
not go
They
out that
climb
door.
up ladders. They end up high, finally
away.
out, but they've got to get down to the ground level. So he has the hose, and they hang on, and then it falls, and so they're about to fall.
I mean, some
a
people
whole
don't think I'm
story.
important here, but I think I'm important
That's
here.
right. Some people don't. You're right.
They're about to fall a full story, and luckily, on the TV, granddad had walked in, saw, and was like, "Hey, you need to know.
I know you sent Scott, but here's the deal.
He doesn't have powers.
He doesn't have them.
And so
They're like,
I know you sent him.
They were
There's
like,
somebody
we
in
have
danger.
made a mistake.
so
right.
his dad flies and
Bronze
saves
Eagle?
them just in time.
I don't know if we've said that his name was Bronze Eagle.
Bronze
yet.
Eagle. Bronze
Yeah.
Eagle. And saves the day. This is wonderful. In the process, Scott's mask had fallen off.
Yeah.
And so Nina picks up the mask and is like, this will come in handy. I'm
a good guy, but
I'm a good guy. I'm sure my buds didn't mean to blow me up.
that was a pure
I'll go
accident.
give them this information.
I mean, I could be pretty ignorant for a while, but if you put me in a building and blow it up, I do think I'm out.
There'd be some trust issues there. There'd be some
I think it would
trust
mess you
issues.
up a
Be
little
tough
bit.
to.
I do think I'm walking away from whatever that
I will
is.
say this. I don't want to spoil anything, but Nina basically doesn't get a single consequence, and she literally is there the whole time all of this is happening and is a part of it, even if she doesn't know it. And people are just like, "Oh, sweet Nina, here's a head pat," and then they just let her go. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, but when we get investigated for all of our fraud, I did not know about it at all, and I would also like to walk away.
told you.
On the record.
told
of
you
course.
not to bring that up.
we just-
So the program, the Earth Protectors
All
program,
those
they-
file uploads.
Malcolm decides, we got to do an update, and so they send some new CD-ROMs. That CD-ROM causes all of the kids to steal money from their parents.
What?
I know, and I don't like it. But Scott gets caught. Scott gets caught before he can go to school, and his parents are like, "I can't believe you did
How
this."
does
He's
he
like,
get
"I
caught?
don't." So he,
X-ray vision.
everybody's like, "Where's the
His
money? Where's
youngest?
the money?" His youngest is like X-ray vision. Scott,
Of all of his sisters, his
Scott-
youngest sister.
Everybody's like, "Hey, all of our money's missing." Scott's like, "I don't know anything about that." So
Gotta
X-ray,
go.
his youngest, X-ray visions, sees the money in the bag, and the parents are very disappointed. He's like, "I don't remember this happening."
They're
And
like, "You're a liar."
Liar. We're not believing you. We have a bit of a trust issue,
Yeah.
seeing as how you made us think you could fly.
Yeah, I'm not. What does he say? I'm not in the position of believing Scott. Or
Yeah,
something like
some a real burn, a real.
got
it would-
him.
As a kid, if my dad said that, I would be, oh man, like just the disappointment there is brutal.
that. Yeah, you almost as a kid lied about having superpowers, but you saw this movie first.
I
You're
did.
like, I'm not even going to go down that
Lesson
road.
learned.
Ends in hurt.
That's right. That's why my mom told her friends that she knows what it's like to raise Jesus because of me. That's a true story. So they.
We don't have time to unpack that.
No,
we
don't
don't have
have to.
time.
You got to go to therapy.
I was a great
for that
kid.
one.
No, I was a great kid.
We don't have time.
That's the moral of the story. Is I was a
Still
great
in
kid.
denial, huh?
I was a great kid, and this is my show. So
And that's why you never learned to swim, is you were too busy walking on the water.
Walking on water.
I got it. I got it. It makes sense now,
I
Brian.
was walking on water.
Right.
Yeah. So
Take it back. We don't have to go to dance pool today.
goes to school, and all of the other kids are just like handing the envelopes back to one of the Earth Protector people, and inside all the envelopes are the money. But the kids don't really
Which, if any
know
adult
it.
in the courtyard wanted to catch on to the plan, they could just look, because the henchman is opening every single envelope
Right
to
in front of
take
them.
out the money. Go.
I love how these
back.
people have this power, and they're like, "What if we get petty cash from parents? Like whatever they have on them, 10s, 20s.
Well,
it's
we
like Trump asking for a
tried to-
donation.
Tried to rob a
Hey,
bank.
try to rob a bank and it didn't work.
The next logical thing is to
They
steal.
can't
petty cash
they
from
can't
one middle school.
control
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah.
So we got to start small.
So
They can control what's her name's mom. That worked out.
But
We'll
that was a
get-
different program.
Well, get there. Different program. It was more intense.
More intense.
So,
Why do they use that one? I don't know.
so
but Nina's been working on it. They've been doing trial and error. Okay, this.
So they try to give the disc.
yes. Okay. So they run a program to match the mask to
Brian, trying to
the
keep us on task.
to the eyes of a middle schooler. This program, they whipped it up in a day, and they realized we know whose mask this belonged to, a kid named Scott. So they pull Scott in for a special session. His teacher's
Yep.
like, "Hey, Earth Protectors, they chose you. You get this special program."
and the teacher questions
Nothing.
none of it.
No.
She
She's
walks
on board.
out. The program starts. Scott is hypnotized. Malcolm walks in and is like, "Give us all the information about your parents." Blah blah blah. All
Likes,
this.
dislikes, weaknesses.
Yeah.
Do they like foil? Stuff like that. And so
lucky you asked that question.
yeah. So now they know all of this information. They also then give The next day, hey, you get a special day. You want another thing.
Earth Protectors wanted me to give you this.
And it has a red thing,
And that would work perfectly had he not
on his way out of
There
the classroom, bumps into Crush Amy, and they swap discs.
It's a disc
accidentally.
switch.
And so apparently, for some reason, on this day, they asked parents to do the assignment with the kids.
Yes.
I'm guessing because all the actual discs had real assignments on
That's
them.
right,
They
because
wanted
he
parents
puts
to-
his in, and the parents are like, we don't believe you. This isn't.
Yeah, it was a real assignment. So all the other parents would be like, all right, this is just a normal
and it's a
disc.
snake talking about compost.
That's right,
But
as
it
you
needed
do.
to not be weird that Scott's parents watched his disc with him.
Right. That's exactly right.
So they could also watch
Amy's
I think
parents.
it's an earthworm.
Amy's parents
Sorry.
sit down.
does that
She
mean?
puts in the special disc, gets hypnotized to
Yeah.
go.
Does that mean anything?
No,
Okay.
to go and rob Big Bank.
And they're like, rob Big Bank and then come
Straight
to
here.
Big
Straight
Warehouse.
here. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
And so she does this all no problem.
Once again, Nina's like, I didn't even know about the bank thing.
Yeah.
He just throws that in there. I redid the program to have her stop at the big bank.
Yes.
Well, because Nina's like, they should be here by now.
Yes.
The
Yes.
program just said, get dressed, come here. And he's like, well, I have them run some errands.
Right.
Give me a quick bank robbery, please.
And so they the word gets out that Amy's mom has robbed a bank. And that's how the superheroes
They get her, they catch her, and they tie her up. And
Right, but how do the superheroes hear that she went to this warehouse or something?
I think
Yeah,
she's
there
caught.
is an alert.
There's
There's an alert.
Yeah.
Woman robbed bank, went to warehouse.
Because when he calls,
And
when
she's
Men's
Scott,
warehouse, I think.
Scott uses the payphone
Guarantee
at
it.
school to call Grandpa, because Grandpa's
Right.
the only one who believes him at this point.
Right.
And Grandpa's
Because-
like, yeah, we all got an alert to go to the warehouse. And
Yeah.
they're like, or to go to Earth Protectors headquarters.
Oh, yeah, Scott figured it out, by the way. Scott figured it out because he saw the woman from the fire getting into the Earth Protectors thing, and she's like, oh, all of this is
Bingo,
all
bango.
making sense.
He also was handing back, he didn't realize it was a separate disc.
Right.
He's handing his disc back into the teacher, and the teacher goes, this isn't the
This
disc
is
I
the wrong
gave you.
disc.
Right,
I'm
And then
part of
he's
the
like,
bad guys.
Oh,
right. So,
yeah, by failing to protect you, I am part of the problem.
That's right. So all of the superheroes do beat Grandpa to the warehouse, and unfortunately for them, they know all of the secrets. They know about the aluminum foil. They have
Immediate-
created
yep.
a aluminum foil jail.
Mm.
A superhero's worst nightmare.
Oh.
I can hear you all. You are beginning to your hearts
Without
beginning
the
to
green
beat.
glow, you don't know.
You don't know.
But
Pain.
once they're in there is tons of green glow.
Tons of green. You know
So
that. You know the
much
pain.
freaking green glow.
You know the pain.
Hella green glow everywhere.
You're right. And so he decides, Scott does, that, who knows how long it's going to take Grandpa to get there. I'm going to get my friends. We're going to go save the day. So he tells Randy and Amy, all right, I got to come clean. I'm a superhero. Well, I'm not a superhero.
My parents are superheroes. They've been captured. We got to save them.
Amy, I think your mom was hypnotized. We got to go save
Well, he does own up. He's like, that superhero kid you saw on the TV and you were making fun of him, that was me.
That was me. That
We
was tough.
have to go.
That was tough.
And good friends, they don't ask for almost any
No,
explanation.
they're
They're
in.
just like, all right, you said you're a superhero.
Let's do this
Let's
thing.
go save
It's
Amy's
like
mom.
this
I
Kindle.
hope I'd be that kind of friend.
I do too.
I hope
I know I wouldn't. Like, I know I would have questions. I
Yeah,
know that about
you
me.
correct
like
me.
a few questions I need to get cleared up, but I'd love to think that I'm like,
I think
if you showed up
would-
and you're like, we got to go right now, it's an emergency, I would just go.
I
would.
was literally just thinking in my head, I think it would depend for you on who is saying it.
Correct.
But
Correct.
I think if I busted in here and was like, Dan, we need to get in your truck and we need to go to this location. And I was like, really?
I'd be
like,
in.
You'd
Yes.
be like, all right, let's
Yes.
go. Explain on the
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
And
That's
we would-
right.
Yeah,
Right.
you
Yeah,
would.
I would.
Yeah, you are that
Thank
person.
you. I appreciate
you
that.
would.
I feel better about myself.
And I think Bran would also just be like, yeah. It could
Really,
be
anybody could ask me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, you're a superhero.
I think I
got
could
it.
come
Like,
in
no
less
problem.
in a panic, and Bran would be like, yeah, let's go.
You gotta do
All
it.
right,
You gotta
cool.
do it. So
My e-bike is out back. You can help me pedal. We'll get there.
It's a tandem. It's
tandem electric bike.
crazy.
You definitely have to pedal
You
that.
have
bad
to.
boy.
I'll even tell you, a
Yeah.
tandem electric bike.
You can't. They can only handle
One of you's got
that
to pedal.
the battery doesn't
battery.
doesn't exist to be able
That's
to pull
all,
two with nothing. So they show
I
up.
might be on Brand's side here that he's important to this program.
So they show up.
Thursday is gonna be so fun.
They show
Last
up.
Thursday was so fun.
The weird. I'm not even. No one knows what you're talking about, and I'm not gonna let you.
I don't know. I know.
So the cage
the
is
resurrection. I know.
the cage is there. The cage is there also for the people that are just listening to this podcast. That's a weird thing to say. The
Spirit of the resurrection, I rebuke you, Brandon.
yeah, more than fair. The kids show up and
in the spirit of the resurrection, I forgive you.
Thank you. And
myself.
Nina at this point decides, you know what? I think I've been on the wrong side.
What? These folks are up to no
It
good.
is literally like
5
Nina.
minutes left in the movie. Nina.
Girl,
She tries to do a
you are so smart. Why are you so dumb?
Stupid.
Malcolm's plan here is to hypnotize the superheroes, take their powers.
Yeah.
which is
DNA
something-
read structure or whatever. It's
another
very
program
fancy,
they whipped
yes.
up willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easy.
It would have been easier to believe that he was just trying to hypnotize them to do like
Yes,
his work.
correct.
But then they throw in DNA
Yeah, they
restructuring.
decided to
A
sprinkle
program
that
they-
little thing in there right
we
there,
did
yeah.
not have time.
They haven't
to
been
talk about
working
it.
on this program.
No.
They've been
No.
working for years on Earth Protectors.
Earth
and then
Protectors.
on the side, Malcolm's been working on the DNA restructure.
I
It would,
do love the idea that Nina thinks they're really trying to save the planet here. That's my favorite thing.
So Nina, when she sees that, she's like, okay, she tries to do a disc switch, doesn't work. They're onto her. So when the kids show up, she says, now's my chance to get back in. So she acts like she is going to put Scott in the aluminum foil handcuffs because she knows that he's not actually a superhero. So she knows that the foil's not going to work. It's like, just go along with it. Because if you whisper, no one can hear you.
No, you can't hear this clear.
So act like he is put away. He's not. Does a soccer ball tomfoolery, kick him through.
Which
There's a soccer
is,
ball tomfoolery. Well, they do the thing where they fake the bullets, the shots.
Yes.
With the
Yeah.
jumping
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the plastic
right.
wrap.
on
of
the bubble
course.
wrap, yeah.
Right, which is great.
And it is a bold move of Amy to be like, we are captured. Scott, you have not scored a goal all season.
Been real bad. Been wide left all season,
I'm
bud.
gonna pass you the ball.
For someone nicknamed the Choke King, we're going to give you one more opportunity.
Yes.
One shot.
And
One opportunity.
everything.
the thought there are these for reasons I can only imagine being in case someone wants.
Surrounded by your. Sorry, we don't have time. We
There
don't
are
have time.
there are
We're
big,
up against it.
There are big balls of aluminum foil hanging above them.
There are giant balls.
I don't know their purpose aside from if someone wants to rescue them, they can knock those down and it would help to get rid of the computers. Because that's what happened.
That's what happens.
And I can't think of another purpose for these big giant balls hanging above them. Can you?
It keeps
the
them from
soccer
flying
ball-
out.
the
The soccer
soccer
ball
ball-
hits the computer.
Yeah.
No, the soccer ball hits
No,
the.
it hits the computer.
No, it hits the computer straight away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
Then what are
aims.
the point of the balls?
We don't know.
The balls up top keep them from flying straight up and out.
But wouldn't the cage also like
I don't know if the cage goes all. I think the balls are the top of the cage.
just but instead of making big balls of aluminum foil, just don't.
They wanted to decorate it to make it look nice.
For some reason, I thought he hit one of the balls and they came
No,
down,
no.
but I trust you guys. So, anyways, the computers knock over and they're safe.
They're safe.
Yeah, that was all
Boom.
that. We were
Nina-
we were 1 second from DNA restructuring.
Nina
but
gets off scot free.
Yeah, they
she's
say
like,
Nina,
she's like,
you're
my bad. Did not know this was happening.
They MIB style neuralize all of the kids that so they don't remember.
well, just
anything.
Amy. They let Scott
Aside
remember.
from Randy
Randy.
gets to remember that his
Randy's like, every
best-
superhero needs a sidekick. It's
That's
me.
right.
I'm the best friend.
That's
They're
right.
Like, you're
And
quirky.
then they play
we'll
soccer,
Go
they
for
Well,
it."
go-
well, hold on really quickly. Before the forgetful time, Amy says, hey, Scott, now that I have seen you save the day and make a goal for once in your gosh
Well,
darn
no,
life.
she
life.
is saying, hey, this has nothing to do with the fact that you just saved my life.
100% does.
You wanna go to the dance with me?
Do you want to go to the dance? And he's like, oh my gosh, I wanted to ask you, but I didn't think you liked me. They immediately make her forget that has ever happened.
Cold-blooded there.
But they're
But
like,
as the
now
mom
you,
points out, like, she liked you all along.
that's right.
If she did, we don't know.
No. They do go to the soccer game. It is time to pick captains.
Which
Amy,
we've been talking about.
A lot. This
you guys
episode.
know that was the case.
Big thing.
Amy and Scott end up being co-captains because they vote for each
For
other.
each other.
This is
Aw.
his chance to ask her to the dance. He does not do that. He goes and he plays little kick'ems with Randy. And that's it. That is up. That's up and away. He
we
doesn't
still
get
take breaks from
powers.
this shirt?
He
On
doesn't
the
get
show?
powers. He doesn't do anything. He's just kind of like, that's just kind of the way
Remember that
things
first
are.
break we were
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back,
ago?
and we are
Decom
going to
Descendants.
break down this movie a little bit more here on. Take it
it to
away.
the tape.
Take it away, Aaron. What is this show?
Decom Descendants.
Nailed it.
No one can say we take too many breaks.
No,
They're not allowed to say
No,
that.
you're not complaining about the commercials per minute of pod here.
No, I think
No way.
we're doing.
We could add a
How was
third
my
one in.
timing on that break?
It was beautiful.
Oh yeah, crushed
so
it.
much.
It was beautiful.
It's time for overtime. It is
Yeah,
where we.
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful timing. Beautiful timing. It's time for overtime. It's where we talk about what we thought about
He'd
this
never
movie.
call me beautiful.
I would call your. You're right. I would call your timing. I would call your timing beautiful.
You've never called my timing beautiful.
It's never been beautiful.
and we've been working together for over half.
You've
a
never
decade.
done it that good.
I've never. My timing's never been that beautiful.
Hey, we'll see what happens next week.
Unbelievable.
We'll see what happens next week.
Because she's a woman.
Here's some Letterboxd reviews for you. He saw
Well, you
says
know it's not that because he would never.
He would never. No.
He saw
He
says
doesn't want you to have the autonomy to go to break.
well, if this is only in regards to the planet. If it had a negative effect on the planet, then absolutely, I would stop her from going to break.
Man, there's a lot there.
Call me a monster. I'm
Monster.
trying to save the planet.
Oh man.
He says way better than Black Panther.
Shut it down.
Christine says this is the most underrated decom ever. Sky High Who?
How dare you? Sky was fantastic.
Uh-oh.
The
It's
grandparents.
also not a decom. So.
The grandparents know and are friends with Peter Parker and Mary Jane. This film is so underrated. There is a very quick throwaway line of the grandparents talking about getting dinner with Peter Parker and Mary Jane. So there you go. Don, again, throwing some Sky High slander, says Sky High is quaking right now.
I don't know what Sky High is, but
Oh my
I
God.
love
Why are
the
you
shots
shocked by
fired.
that? Why are you shocked?
Because it was a theatrical release.
Oh yeah, that's not a decom.
No,
I
it's
said
not.
that. I said it's not a decom.
No, it's a real movie. Luca says only decoms can
Whoa,
introduce.
it's a real movie. Walk it back.
Sorry, theatrical movie. Which Dan would qualify as a real movie.
Oh my gosh.
I, of course, understand how cinema works. Luca says only
don't have time for
decoms
this.
can introduce and finish a subplot with 2 minutes left. Kennedy said those firefighters were really useless, huh? Yeah.
They really were.
Yeah.
They did nothing. Even when he did 98% of the work, they just stood there and they're like, "Kid, we can't
Yeah, there's
help
nothing we
you."
do. If we had a ladder or other equipment to
Or like,
save
how many
people.
times in a TV show or a movie do they have like the trampoline thing so you
So
can jump?
many things.
They had nothing. They weren't ready for any emergency.
So useless.
Gentleman says, man, that's crazy. I was just thinking, I wish I was watching Encanto.
I told you.
Yeah.
We said that.
Yeah.
Encanto Incredibles.
Disney borrows from Disney. Free Kev says a black superhero family whose weakness is aluminum foil is sincerely an amusing premise. Fair enough. And last but not least, Maddie says, F you, Randy. He's the real villain. Come on, Maddie. Come on, Maddie.
You, Randy.
Randy
love
was a treat.
Aaron, you had seen this movie before. You've seen it now.
How's it hold up over time?
How's it hold up over time?
Yeah. I remember really liking this movie as a kid. It wasn't one that they aired a lot. So I don't think I've seen it in definitely over a decade. But probably not since like 2000. And I remember really liking it. Some of you can watch the movie, and some people in that chat were saying that it was a bad movie. So I was starting to second guess 10-year-old me's opinion. And I'm here to say I was right. I liked this movie. It held up. I had forgotten. I don't even think we said it in our comm chat there, but I kind
We
of
said
thought,
everything.
no, but
It's longer than the movie.
you made a comment while watching the movie that this was going to be a Disney ending. He gets his powers just late,
And he doesn't.
And the movie ends with him not getting powers, and I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And he also does not get. There's no kiss in this movie.
no kiss.
Yeah, he
So
gets nothing, really.
It's nothing.
it was just a new decom. And yeah, I mean, I think they could have gone a little bit more on the parents, I wish the parents had apologized for not believing him. Like, hey, you were right all along. Wish you hadn't lied to us, but like we should have listened to you. I wish there'd been a little bit more of that, but that is where Disney borrows from Disney. We get Encanto. They do have some apology in there. So we are learning. Disney's learning and doing better. Thank you so much.
Still need to apologize to Bruno for what they did to him. They never got to that. But
Encanto 2.
Encanto 2, yes.
They let him sing with them.
The hit single from
and
that
then
one.
he apologizes.
Yeah.
Bruno's like, I've been living in the wall with the rats. Can I please apologize to you?
Yeah.
The hit single from Encanto 2 is We're So Sorry, Bruno.
Yes,
So,
we will talk about Bruno.
Yeah, in therapy.
Apologizing to
Bruno, no.
It's going to
Yes.
be great. Just wait a couple years. It's coming. Yeah, so I like this movie. There was a lot of diversity in this movie, and that was really good to see on an early DCOM. I do have a lot of questions about the superhero costumes. I would love to talk to the costume designer because I think that's the part of this movie that did not hold up for me. I would love to be a superhero right after owning a ranch, and would not wear any of those costumes. So questions there. Questions about the technology. Again, we're using dial-up internet, but that woman has a computer in her fingers. Someone explained
Superhero
to me,
powers, man.
Someone explained to me how any of that works. But yeah, I really liked this movie. It still holds up. It's got some good lessons, some good friends.
You would like to be a superhero would like to own a ranch? You'd rather own a ranch than be a superhero?
I feel like, well, with great power comes great responsibility. Being a superhero, I would have to run into burning buildings.
But with ranch, there's no responsibility.
But my chance of like getting injured or hurt, I feel like increase a lot if I'm running into burning buildings. Also, I want to live on my own ranch, do the work for me, and not just be beholden to like driving my kids to soccer practice, have to drop them off on the side of the road because a bank robbery is going on in place.
You're a superhero, but you get a treehouse. Ranch, no treehouse.
Oh, that's tough.
Superhero.
Yeah, treehouse sways it. Yeah, I thought it might.
Can I fly?
I don't know. You just said superhero.
That's
I'm
your
not
choice.
prepared for follow-ups.
If I can't have a horse, I do want to fly.
Okay.
I need to be able to have some sort of transportation that's
I
not a
still
car.
can't believe ranch is above superhero, but neither here nor there.
That's crazy.
But at the end of the day, I can go sit on my Outlook point with like a glass of wine and just relax after a hard day. I don't know if I'm going to get that chance. I've seen all the Marvel movies. They're busy.
Man.
I just want to
This is
live
an
my
interesting
life.
take. Yeah. All right.
Sorry,
Cool.
Captain America. I know I'm repping you right now, but your
Brad,
life
I
is
can't believe you're not
hard.
hating this. She would rather just be by herself than help people.
I got nothing to say.
She'd rather
On my
watch.
ranch, I would
she'd
be
rather watch the earth burn to the ground
from my Outlook point
from
and my glass
her
of wine.
outlook point with her glass of wine than help be a part of the solution. You believe that?
I can't believe it.
This is why
It's
you
not
can't. Have,
quite
this is
what
why
I
you
said,
can't
but
have
I will
autonomy.
stand by that take. Yeah.
This movie rules. I think like pretty cool movie. I
Brand's
watched
real
it.
big on mind control.
I watched it and as a kid, and I was telling them I vaguely remember anytime it was on after the fact, like not wanting to rewatch it, but rewatching it now, I'm like, this movie kind of rules. It's short. I do like I feel crazy saying I wish one of these was longer, but I do like. I think there's some more stuff that we could explore here.
Yeah.
If
Agreed.
anyone was going to be a little bit longer,
The 78-minute one.
70-minute one, yeah.
I mean,
It's tough to do it
I
all.
love Horse Sense. That movie could have been like 20 minutes shorter.
At minimum.
Yeah,
And taken those 20 minutes and given us some resolution on Up and Away.
and like a really
Do
cool.
Scott and Amy go to the dance?
A really cool family, like with likable characters. Like this movie came out in 2000, had a black family be superheroes,
Yeah.
and had a company who, in theory, was fighting for the environment ahead of its time. Disney Channel
Yes.
once again is ahead of its time with its movie of the week. So, congratulations in that regard. But yeah, obviously there's some things here that fall through the cracks that maybe don't make as much sense. But a really like a fun movie. I thought it was fun, and I was shocked. I was a little bit shocked that they didn't give him superheroes. I was mega shocked.
Powers?
Powers.
They gave him superheroes.
Yeah,
They did
that he
give-
didn't get
gave us
that he
superheroes.
didn't get powers. Mega shocked, especially after last week's really weird kiss, or 2 weeks ago, really weird kiss. That we didn't get any sort of resolution.
Horse Sense?
No, the
What
That is a
extended-
weird,
what
that
extended
aunt
cut were you
nephew
watching?
extended cut.
Was that just my? It was just my
your
dreams,
cut.
or just anybody else? No, the one from 2 weeks ago when we saw an invisible friend.
Yes.
A kiss of
Don't
mine.
look under the bed.
I thought for sure we have this whole like, hey, will you go to the dance with me? Yeah, I'm gonna forget it. That's it. Like
That's
no,
it.
no more of
Nothing
that.
else.
And so like. Proud of Disney for like, containing themselves, but I just didn't see it coming. So yeah, I like this a lot more than I anticipated I was going to. Dano?
Yeah, a little bit more tepid version of what they said. I think if this movie was 10 minutes longer, it would be like maybe top 5 for me. I think that if it's 10 minutes longer, it doesn't feel rushed. The Nina thing maybe makes more sense. I
don't know if it's ever making sense.
No,
of the
that's
Nina
true.
thing.
Nina's real dumb. I do feel like everything they said about it being ahead of its time, everything you guys said, the diversity of it was cool. Randy is a treat in this movie. It just felt like they didn't flesh out anything enough to really make it super memorable. But was it better and more entertaining than a lot of what we've watched? Yeah, it was. So I'm not mad at it.
I want to know like why this one is that short. Like why was this? I think this was when it aired at probably an hour 30 with commercials would be my guess.
Yeah.
So like why did that get the?
I don't know. But I enjoyed,
squeeze.
dude, if Horse Sense could have been 78 minutes.
Oh, can you
Yeah,
imagine?
movie.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm excited about your rankings because you basically said, I wish you could have taken 20 minutes from Horse Sense and given it to Up,
I
and
can't
Away.
wait until
Yeah,
Horse
Horse Sense
Sense.
has already dropped down on my list.
Okay,
Don't worry about it.
Wow.
I told
Wow.
you, you just need to give me
Okay.
time.
All right, okay.
It's going to make a high, debut on the list because I want to own a ranch and a horse, but it's going to fall down.
Let's get to the rankings, the making the list part of the show, if you will, and we will. Aaron, top 10 few movies we're never going to even talk about again.
That's right.
Yeah.
They've already fallen off.
You Lucky Dog's a distant memory at this point.
Yeah, we can stop bringing it up.
That's right.
All together.
Aaron, what do you got?
All right, number 10, we have Can of Worms. Number 9, Genius. Number 8, Don't Look Under the Bed. Number 7, Horse Sense. Number 6, Brink. 5.
You already moved Brink back ahead of Horse Sense?
I did. I told you. I told you it's already moved.
Thank you.
What the hell are you doing?
Thank you for coming to
You
your...
just did it to prove a point last week? Last week was 45 minutes ago. When did we record that episode? 2 hours ago?
Thank you for coming to your Horse Sense.
7 days.
This is ridiculous.
7 days.
This is ridiculous.
Guys, I said thank you for coming to your Horse Sense. And I thought it was very funny, and I wanted to make
didn't
sure you
hear you,
guys
but you
heard
were
it.
yelling at
This
me.
is ridiculous. Go ahead.
I'll move it back. I guess to make Dan happy. 6, Horse Sense. Just kidding. Brink. 5, Up and Away. Then we got
Whoa.
Xenon, Halloween Town, Smart House.
Wait, so what do you have Up and Away at?
5.
5, okay.
5.
Yeah, I do think on a movie standpoint, like there's not a whole lot of. I mean, there are like plot holes, but compared to some of the ones in my top 4, I think it might be a better movie. But the nostalgia is gonna keep Xenon there for a while. Not saying that Up and Away is better than Xenon. Not saying that.
Next week,
It's
Horse
not.
Sense is going to be 1, though, based upon how this goes.
Yeah, just Well, as we were talking, this movie did not end in a kiss, and it really kind of highlighted the ending kiss of Don't Look Under the Bed is going to keep bringing it down for me every time I remember it. Like that movie did not need to end in any sort of romantic entanglement. Yeah, and once I get more away from you asking me about would I rather be a superhero with a treehouse or a ranch with a treehouse, it's really about the treehouse for me. So that's going to bring Horse Sense down a little bit.
Shout out to Jada Smith over there with the entanglement speak. The entanglement. Do you remember the Red Table, which she talked about having an entanglement, and Will Smith was like, "Why are you calling it an entanglement?"
It's getting better with you.
Am I Jada?
Explaining it.
What's happening?
Yeah, because you said
I used the word entanglement,
entanglement.
and that makes me Jada.
Yes.
Which seems
No one else can
appropriate
use
on
that.
this movie
That's right.
to compare me to a strong black woman. But thank you.
Bran is just taking it just on the fascist chin over there.
I've just never heard anyone else say entanglement.
Really?
Outside of that,
All right.
in talking about a relationship.
What's your top 10, Bran?
10, Can of Worms. 9, 13th Year. 8, Up and Away. 7, Xenon. 6, Genius. 5, Don't Look Under the Bed. 4, Halloween Town. 3, Johnny Tsunami. 2, Smart House. 1, Brink.
Number 10, Under Wraps for me. Horse Sense, see ya. Out of the top 10.
Wow.
Number 9, Can of Worms. Number 8, Smart House. Smart House ain't going to be in the top 10 long, I don't think.
Wow.
It's going to be in my top 10 forever.
Number 7, Don't Look Under the Bed. Number 6, Up, Up, and Away.
Wow.
Number 5, Xenon. 4, Brink. 3, Genius. 2, Halloween Town. 1, Johnny Tsunami.
Wow.
And again,
by a
Brendan
large
Baker,
margin.
if you are somehow still listening ever, hit me up.
I mean,
Johnny
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Oh, yeah,
The best human being in the entire world.
that's right. I mean, this guy,
He's the best.
it's unbelievable.
Imagine how
It was almost like Brandon's mom raised him.
No, you 100%, 100%. If that story ever comes up, I'm gonna be like, Mom, pump the brakes. Let me introduce you to Johnny Tsunami. We did it, everybody. Congratulations. We had a great time today. Next week, I guess we'll find out. It is the what is the movie?
It is The
Color of Friendship.
The Color of Friendship. It's going to be a fun time. Until
I'm
then,
going to have a good time. Dan may not have a good time.
Okay. I don't remember.
All
I
right.
know I've seen it.
I thought Up, Up, and Away was going to be about a hot air balloon, so anyway.
More than fair. No, that's actually The Color Purple. It's about a hot air balloon.
The color purple?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
God, Brand. Why don't you take the next dozen years off?
I wish I could.
It's been
For
really
Dan,
long.
Aaron, and Mussolini, it's been Decom Descendants.
Oh, no. I'm just pro-Earth. Decom Descendants is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Decom Descendants, you can go to decompodcast.com or follow us on the socials at Decom Podcast.
Decompodcast.com.
Oh, I'm switching them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.